Meena ji, we can't hear you.
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Atma Vandan, everyone. A very warm welcome to you all, and thank you so much for joining today's session. Hope you're all really well. So today we're going to carry on with this amazing book, The Compassionate Buddha, by the very learned Anand Murthy Guru Ma. So we're currently on, you'll be surprised to know, the final chapter, which is entitled Chapter 24, O Master, Pranam at your lotus feet. So we managed to get to page 250 yesterday. So we'll complete this chapter, and there's a slight tribute at the end to the author, to Guru Ma. We'll read that, and then we'll have a lovely meditation today. So without further ado, let's see where we got up to. Shri Krishna had eaten the handful of raw grains of rice brought by Sudama. Imagine if he had to eat raw rice brought by thousands of followers. What would be the state of his stomach then? Some people write to me saying that you are our Krishna and I am Sudama, but I cannot literally become Krishna, and neither can you become Sudama. The divine plane never gets repeated. Every creation of God is unique and is never repeated. In this continuously flowing life, nothing gets reduplicated, redone. God creates a new model, a new character, a new life every time. But people write that they are Sudama and I am Krishna. But if Krishna had 10 to 12 student Sudamas, then Krishna would have asked them to bring cooked rice, which would be edible, and preferably along with cooked lentils. But you keep bringing stuff that is not useful. What is the point in getting things that are of no use to me? I often tell people that the ashram is yours. So whatever you bring will in effect be used by you. So instead of wasting hundreds of rupees in getting clothes for me, that money could be used towards the ongoing construction of residence quarters, which is for the benefit of visitors. In this context, let me clarify that I am no colonizer who will keep on building and expanding the ashram premises. The construction work will only be done as per the ashram plan, no more. And as long as this is going on, whatever services you offer towards it will be acceptable. That would be better than getting clothes. If you profess to love the Guru, but don't follow his words, then such a person is a mind worshipper and not a Guru worshipper, as he follows his mind and not the Guru's words. He who follows the teachings of the Guru to the letter, who executes the Guru's instructions unreservedly, he alone is a disciple. You don't become a disciple by hanging a photo of the Guru around your neck, or by taking any mantra from the Guru. It is not as simple as that. If you want to be a true follower of your Guru's teachings, then you need to follow the Guru's teachings carefully. You need to stop living an animalistic life of eating, sleeping, and procreating. Kabir says, you never associated with sages and wasted your life in worldly pursuits. Here Kabir says, don't keep wandering like a camel. Don't forget your religion. You need to seriously follow the precepts of the essence of religion and become religious in the real sense of the word. Don't fall in the trap of belittling others. Don't regard yourself wise and others stupid. And the traps of egotism are innumerable, countless. In fact, when some people return home after attending the meditation camp, they keep bragging about all they did at the ashram. They boast of their good fortune, that they could go to the ashram and ensure that the other person ends up feeling wretched. Instead, you should have empathy for the other person who couldn't come to the ashram. And for all you know, he may be remembering me more than you. He may be more diligent in his spiritual practice, but couldn't come due to unfavourable circumstances. And remember, if the Lord wants to shower his grace on someone, he will do so without the need of a guru. Hence, to think otherwise is nothing but a sign of your foolishness. And Kabir says, if you remain this bird-brained, this foolish, how will you cross the ocean of this life and reach a shore? He further says, O daft madman, how could you forget your religion? The one who errs knowingly, that error is akin to a sinful act occurring in unawareful state of mind. You listen, but you never act upon the listened words. Then what is the use of listening? Some people say that we follow all that you say, but it is others who fight with us, who will make them understand. Well, the way you have understood now, they too will understand someday. But their responsibility is not on you. No matter how wrong the others are, you should not deflect from walking on the path of truth. Don't get sidetracked from your Guru, who is the embodiment of wisdom. Only then you will attain the essence of this life. Question. When I meditate, I feel as though my body is becoming smaller and smaller until it gets reduced to a single point. Later, it starts slowly to regain the original shape. Can you please clarify this frightening experience? In meditation, one perceives as if the consciousness is separating from the body, that I am within this body, within the home of this body, but I am not this body. Now you are sitting in this hall, but you haven't become the hall. You enter and leave the hall. Likewise, consciousness enters the home of this body and then leaves the body. And even when it is there in the body, it retains its separate identity from the body. But in your current state of ignorance, you regard this perishable body as I. When you see yourself in the mirror, you say, this is me. But the body that you say as I, there is no truth in this. The body cannot and is not your real identity. Punarapi jananmam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jatari shayanam. This shlok, Sanskrit verse, means you have had so many different bodies in your previous lifetimes. With every birth, you got a new body, and you left it at the time of every death because of ignorance. You believe, I am this body. The truth is that although we are within this body, we use this body, but we are not this body. This truth can be experienced in a deep state of meditation. Although the size and shape of your gross body remained constant, but you felt as though it was reducing until it reduced the size of a speck. And you experience that the one who is watching the body is separate from the dot-like body. The sense of fear comes because of your intense attachment to this body. You feel that if this body vanishes, if my identity disappears, then what will become of me? In this experience, you started to get familiarized with your real self, the real I. But in the process, your mind got scared. Why? because you regard yourself as being this body. You staunchly believe in this false identity. But when you do get this experience of being separate from the body, try to ignore the fear. Try to hold on to this experience with the resolution that this alone will reveal my true identity. This is the only way I can know who I really am. This is the only way I can experience that I exist beyond and even without the body. But having said this, it is no surprise that fear takes a grip on you. The fear comes because of the age-old attachment you have had with your body. Since time immemorable, you have been attached to your body, have taken your body to be your identity. So don't be put off. It will take time to sever the attachment to this body. It will not happen in a day. The other experience you may get in deep meditation is that with the rising of energy, the body may appear to be expanding because of the spreading energy. Or, on the other hand, the body may appear to shrink in size. One may also feel as though the body has become very heavy, like lead. Alternatively, the body may feel as light as a feather, as light as a floating balloon. On the outside, the weight and shape of the body remains constant. But the mind gets the diverse experiences due to the spreading or concentration of the energy. All these perceptions happen as the mind is still functioning. But if the mind gets fearful, it is like the faculty that was being used for the perception, but the perception gets broken and the experience will halt. And once this ceases to occur, the body again appears to be normal. But remember that whenever any of these experiences occur, do not get fearful, as there is no reason to be afraid. Go through the experience with composure and fortitude, and if the fear still persists, then remember the Guru and pray to the Master to give you strength so that your mind doesn't falter. Most certainly this is a good experience and you just need to go through it with courage. Question. In today's session of meditation, I felt as though my body had no head. I could perceive the body up until the neck, but I felt as though the head had been replaced by the sky. I felt at peace. Does this mean that one of the chakras got opened? And if so, which one was it? Or should we not think about the chakra opening at all? Why are you agonizing on which chakra got opened or not? I've expounded in detail about chakras elsewhere. I would advise you to first understand that clearly. What you have written about the head being replaced by the sky, this is a slight experience of not being the body. In Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, there is a description of 112 meditation techniques that were given by Lord Shiva to his consort, Devi Bharati, in one of the precepts. He asks Bharati to know the body to be without a head. So instead of the head, there is just the sky. This is a type of meditation, a precept of Tantra. The head, i.e. the seat of the brain, is used for all day-to-day activities, for all aspects of living. The brain is working round the clock. Relations, home, work, business, pondering on the past, speculating about the future, all this is continuously going on in the head. Moreover, head is the highest part of the body and houses the sense organs, viz. The eyes, ears, nose and tongue. Furthermore, the entire burden of living lies on the head. This is the seat of all worries, desires and vasanas, samskaras. It is also the seat of the mind, where it takes its flight to fancy and where it becomes focused. So, when one even momentarily imagines the body without the head, it means that at least for a few moments you discard all the burdens in your life, which in effect are represented in the head. You become light, burdenless, albeit for a few moments only. The head also represents the ego. Why do people bow their heads in front of their master or the deity? Why not the hands? Normally people shake hands when they meet, or they join their hands in the pose of namaste. But in a temple and in front of the Guru, one bows one's head. Mere hands won't do. One can do without the hands, the feet, but can one live without the head? One can live in the absence of pretty much any other body part, but not the head. Hence, it is regarded as the most important part of the human body. On the other hand, the feet are regarded as inferior in the context of interacting with people. It is your feet and your shoes, but even if you touch your own feet, you will wash your hands before touching any food. So the head is regarded as superior and the feet as inferior. When the head is bowed at the feet of the master, in effect one is lowering the suprememost part of one's body at the inferiormost part of the master's body. This symbolizes that when I keep my head at the master's feet, I am actually expressing that I don't consider myself worth of even the dust at the master's feet. The gesture also expresses this sentiment that I am offering to the master my head, which is of supreme importance to me. Guru's feet are referred to as Charankamal, lotus feet, as delicate, as pristine as a bloomed lotus flower, absolutely unsoiled, unsullied, and lowering of the head also means lowering of the ego, the pride. Now, it is a different matter that although you may bow your head externally, but inside, your ego still remains intact. Visualizing absence of the head would mean that at least for some time you let go of your ego and in effect let go of all your burdens. At least for some time you relax your overburdened intellect and hence feel lighter as you have surrendered. Traditionally, in most parts of India, the head has been regarded as a mark of one's esteem, and men often cover it with some sort of turban. The turban is a mark of honor. If someone removes his turban and keeps it at someone else's, it indicates that he has been humiliated, and it is up to the other person to restore his honor. All in all, the head represents seat of the ego, pride, and meditation is one way of crushing the ego. Even if it is only for a moment, the perception of absence of head is akin to the absence of the ego, albeit for a few moments only. Question: you have said that meditation does not mean seeking joy, but it entails death of the mind. If this is so, then how can one know the experiences that occur in meditation without the faculty of the mind? Please clarify this doubt that has arisen in my mind. In your present state of ignorance, you feel that it is not possible to have an experience in the absence of the mind. You believe that mind, intellect, is essential for any experience. But the point to understand is, who knows? Who knows that mind knows this and mind knows that? The mind knows all about the external world. It knows the inanimate and animate aspects of the world. My life, my family, my possessions, my religion, all is known to the mind. However, there is no mind in deep sleep. But yet, who knows the absence of mind in deep sleep? I know the absence of mind in deep sleep. Say you want to remember something but are unable to do so. You say that my mind hasn't remembered it as yet. Whether the mind knows or not, whether the mind remembers or not, but who knows the mind? I do. The one who knows the mind is the real self, the real I. I the Supreme Consciousness, knows the mind. You say, my mind, my intellect is not working now. This means that the real I is separate from the mind intellect. That is how I can know whether the mind is working or not working. This box that I am holding in my hand, I know the box, whether it is there or not there, but does the box know that I know the box? The box is inert, insentient. It doesn't know that it is a box. In the same way, the mind too is inert, insentient. The child looks at the ceiling fan and says, the fan is moving, rotating. But is the fan working on its own accord, or is it the electricity that's making it work? But naturally it is the electricity. Well, it would be great if it did rotate on its own accord, in which case there would be no question of paying any bills. The fan doesn't rotate on its own accord. It is electricity that makes it spin. When you use a manual fan and flick your wrists to circulate the air, it is the energy of your hand that makes it work. On a lighter note, on a hot summer's day, a man was selling fans in a bus. He was talking aloud, cajoling the people to buy the fan by saying, my dear people, buy this fan, which will work for your entire life. You will die, but this fan will continue to serve your children. The promotion worked, and one person bought the fan. No sooner had he tried to use the fan, the handle came off from the main body. The customer grabbed the seller, saying the fan was of rubbish quality. It hadn't lasted for a minute. The seller remarked, that is strange. These fans are being sold from the time of my father and grandfather, and they have always been of exceptional quality, lasting for years. Surely you must have done something wrong. Show me how you used it. The customer held the fan in his hand and flicked his wrists. The seller shouted, is this the way to use it? My dear sir, hold the fan in your hand and shake your head. That is the way to keep it everlasting. When you use the fan doesn't know who has held it. Just as the blades of a manual fan rotate by the energy of your hand, similarly the blades of electric fans rotate by the electric energy. The fan is inert and we know that something else is making it work. Yet we remark the fan is rotating. If there is no electricity, the fan will stay still. It won't work. Human mind, too, is like the fan. It works through the energy of the Supreme Consciousness. Just as we say the fan is rotating, although it is the electricity that is making it work, we say the mind is working, although in reality it is the consciousness that is making the mind function. So you need to remember that the mind is inert, but is functioning because of the presence of the real I, the Supreme Consciousness. So in effect, if you want your mind to be still, to become thoughtless, then don't give it the energy of your consciousness and become a neutral, detached observer. The moment you detach yourself from the mind stops to function. People keep saying that their mind is always oscillating, but that is because you are providing it the energy to oscillate. You are pushing it. Sometimes you give it the push of craving, and at other times, the push of aversion. When a car's engine breaks down, the car doesn't move. But when you put another engine, it will move again. It is the engine that enables the car to move. Likewise, your mind gets entangled in the thoughts. When you enable it to do so, in essence, what this means is that it is you who gets the mind wrapped in the web of thoughts. What this also means is that you can literally get your mind to start and stop functioning whenever you want. How? When you awaken to your own inner consciousness. How will mind run its mad race then. It was running with the energy of consciousness, i.e., you were the source. And when you withdraw the source of energy, how will the mind function then? Meditation is one such way where you learn how to be the neutral, detached observer. It is none other than you who has put yourself in this predicament. And you have had to come to me seeking a solution for a problem that you have created. There was an English play that showed four friends attend a wedding. They ate and drank to their heart's content, and as a consequence of all the booze, they got so drunk that they slumped and fell unconscious. When they woke up in the morning, they found that their legs had got all entwined amongst each other. They started shouting, "Who has tied us? Who has tied us?" But there were no ropes, just their own legs entangled with each other's limbs. A passerby was watching all this drama. He went to them and said, "I can free you using sorcery, but what will you give me in return?" The foolish men said they would give him all money they had in their pockets. He took a stick in his hand and started moving it over them, whilst uttering some gibberish, as if he was doing some magic. Then he hit them hard with the stick on their legs. No sooner had he done this, they all sprang up, screaming in pain, and automatically their legs got disentangled as they stood up in pain. The dimwits thanked the man, saying, "You are great. We have been tied down the whole night, and you freed us using your magic. Thank you." Needless to say, the man walked away with all their money. So who had tied them? No one. And if no one had tied them, where was the question of untying them? The other way to look at this is, if you have tied down yourself, it goes without saying that you can untie yourself too. That is why the precept says, "Mane manushyanam karan bandhaka mokshaya." This means the mind is the cause of bondage and freedom. The mind is the cause of all your bondages, and the mind will be the channel for your deliverance, liberation. No one can liberate you, no matter how much you plead to God, "Oh Lord, liberate me," but no God will give you liberation. Could Sri Krishna instill some sense in Duryodhana? Sri Krishna wanted Duryodhana to take in the knowledge that Krishna was willing to impart, but Krishna couldn't do anything, as Duryodhana didn't want to be delivered from the darkness of ignorance. The one who doesn't want to be liberated, even God cannot free such a person. On the other hand, the one who wants to be emancipated, even God can't keep such a person in bondage. The Master shows the path to liberation from all bondages. In this way, a Guru does what even God cannot do. That is why it is said that glory of the Guru is immeasurable. The Master is ever ready to impart wisdom and keeps on urging you to listen, to follow his teachings. But what can a master do if the follower doesn't want to accept the wisdom and is not desirous to be freed? I have been speaking for so many years now, in satsangs, shivers, through the medium of television, website. Those who want this wisdom are diligently working towards their spiritual upliftment. And the others? Well, what can I say? If someone wants to remain ignomorous, why should I get distraught, worrying about them? But I continue to offer an opportunity to one and all to get emancipated. And who knows when good fortune may dawn upon the fools, and the desire for liberation takes root in them, and they finally decide to stop aimlessly wandering like pigs and dogs, and make the most of human life. Although do note that there is much to learn from dogs. From now on, if someone calls you a dog, accept it gladly. Don't be upset. When you remain far from your own true self, from the Lord, then the truth is, you don't even qualify to be called a dog. A dog is better in this context. Dog is a faithful animal, and it never stays far from his master. But are you faithful? Are you devoted to the Lord, who is your master? Is your mind in constant remembrance of the Lord? The fact is that even dogs are better than you, as they never forget their master. They sit when their master asks them to. They guard whosoever their master tells them to. Baba Buddha has said, dogs guard the entire night. Dogs are up all night. They remain at their doorstep, never leaving the door of their master, even if the master beats them 100 times. Awaken, O Buddha, arise and woo your Lord, else the dogs would win the game. Baba Buddha says, learn from the dog. Even a dog never leaves his master's door. The master sleeps inside, but the dog guards the master's abode the entire night. Even if the master hits the dog when angry, the poor dog will still wag its tail. Buddha is saying, Buddha, you too keep awake in the night. Be the dog in service of your master, and have the kind of dedication and faith in your master. Otherwise you will lose, and the dogs would end up winning the wager. Hence, whenever anyone calls you a dog, regard it as an honor. If a disciple is not interested in waking up, even a guru cannot waken such a person. A master takes such a tremendous amount of effort for your awakening. You have stayed here with me for 5 days. I have been talking for 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. Do you think this doesn't tire my body? For hours I'm talking, singing, and that too sometimes at very high pitch that tires my throat. After all, I am not a professionally trained singer. What is the use of all this effort that I am taking? However, having said that, I am not doing this as some kind of favor to you. I do this as it is my joy to do so. But you can make all this worthwhile by taking the necessary steps towards your awakening. No one can give you awakening, hand it out to you on a platter, neither God nor the Guru. You will awaken when you really want to. Hence, the mind will be liberated from bondages only the day you really want to be free of the bondages. You have tied yourself down, so you alone can untie yourself. And the day you decide to do so, then it will neither take long, nor will it be difficult. It seems difficult now because you are not prepared for it. The Master, however, continues relentlessly to work for the upliftment of mankind. Such is the magnanimity of the compassionate Guru. He uses all that he is equipped with, his wisdom, his power of discrimination, his highly refined intellect, unceasingly for the benefit of the entire humanity, all mankind. Thus one sings the glory of the Guru. The Master's grace is out of this world. He is liberated and works incessantly for my liberation. He envelopes me in such a bond of love. The attraction for the world simply drops off. How can I ever express my infinite gratitude? For it is you who has introduced me to my real self. I have no words and can only prostrate. I offer my heartfelt devotion and gratitude for your infinite mercy, infinite grace. For I am at your lotus feet. O beloved Master. So the last bit in this book is called About the Author, Murtu Anandmurti Guruma. Her presence is the presence of grace and compassion. Her words are the words of experiential wisdom. Her pragmatic teachings infuse seeking in the non-seeker and intensify the quest of a seeker. She has descended from her abode in the solitude of mountains to catalyze the spiritual growth of one and all. She is a mystic. She is a master. She is known as Anand Murti Guruma, mystic master of our times. Although no words can ever aptly describe the master, yet this is an attempt to express the inexpressible. Anandamurti Guruma is a contemporary master who is guiding millions around the world towards their spiritual growth. Her unique way of explaining the historic wisdom makes it easy for even a layman to understand its inherent meaning, and on the other hand, inspires the intellectual mind to explore uncharted frontiers, thereby giving everyone a chance to learn and evolve. Talking about life, Guruma says, life is simple. We complicate it. Giving a new perspective to meditation, she says, meditation is not contemplation. Meditation is not concentration. Meditation is a state of being. Answering questions on several such topics, viz. Life, mind, meditation, God, love, truth, relationships, etc. Guru has brought about fresh insight into the understanding of these so as to unclutter the cluttered mind and modern day man. Her teachings lead to clarity of mind, facilitate harmonious living, and show the way to rise above a mundane lifestyle. Most importantly, they make one aware of that dimension of life about which one is generally oblivious. Her thought-provoking talks not only answer questions, but make one question oneself too. Question the purpose of our pursuits, question our priorities, question our understanding. In a nutshell, they provoke one to think in the right direction, so as to let the answers unfold from within. And don't be surprised if they make you question your thinking itself. Never before has man had such access to the age-old scriptures, but yet their core meaning still remains obscure, because only the realized master can decipher them and impart the wisdom that these scriptures convey. Guru has elaborated various scriptures extensively in a very lucid manner, unraveling their deeper meanings, imparting the message which the mystics intended to express at different times. These explanations connect the seeker with the source of wisdom, thus taking one forward on the journey of self-realization. Guru has also devised a vast array of meditation methods to foster the growth of all those seeking to dive within. Be it a beginner or an advanced aspirant, these methods have been helpful to people from all walks of life. Almost every method of meditation is aided with mesmerizing music, which deepens the experience of the meditator. In fact, music is not just a part of meditation methods devised by Guruma, it is also an integral part of her profound expression. A poet herself, she has put to music the mystical poetry of several mystics like Mevlana Jalaluddin Rumi, Baba Bulleh Shah, Baba Farid, Guru Nanak Dev, and a lot more. Her blissful bhajans are an outpouring of inner celebration. They cast a spell of enchantment and subdue the incessant wandering of the mind, at the same time bestowing the experience of divine love. The essence of all religions is love, and I belong to the people who love, says Guru Ma. Thus she defies all religious definitions and considers herself a citizen of the world. Master of several paths, Guru Ma encourages seekers to pursue spiritual practices with zeal, tenacity, and determination. Tenacity and determination, and also guides them on the spiritual path most conducive to them. Through various means and methods, she is constantly making her guidance available to one and all, so that each one can experience the real nature of oneself. Guru Ma is based in Rishi Chaitanya Ashram in Ganor, Sonipat, Haryana, and is also accessible through the website www.guruma.com. In addition to this, Guru Ma travels all around the world to share the light of wisdom and offer an opportunity to evolve and attain the heights of spirituality. One such opportunity is a meditation retreat with Guru Ma, which is held from time to time at different places across the globe. These retreats offer a perfect climate to learn various sacred techniques, which rishis of ancient times taught only the select few. Besides discourse and meditation sessions, these retreats also include yoga sessions aiming to accelerate the spiritual growth of the participants. Special health retreats are also conducted by Guru Ma to make the participants aware about the significance of a healthy body and mind in their journey from darkness of ignorance to light and wisdom. Similarly, every year a special retreat is organised for youth. Guru Ma's dynamic teachings endear her to youngsters, for they can interact with her frankly. This retreat is an ideal setting for these energetic ones to seek clarity about their aim in life, become adept in the ways to lead a healthy and conscious lifestyle, learn to meditate, and get exposure to all that is needed for their growth. If after reading all this, you assume that now you know about the Master, then you are highly mistaken. A mystic, a master, a guide, a true friend, a poet. We can go on and on and on. Yet words can't grasp the versatility of Her Holiness, Anandamurti Guru Ma. It is beyond the reach of words. In fact, how can words even give a glimpse of this phenomenon that is triggered in her presence? At best, words can ignite the longing to come and experience the ineffable experience of being in the presence of the Master. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all the Divine Masters for helping us to complete reading and listening and learning and reflecting from this amazing, amazing book. Heartfelt gratitude. Oh, I believe it's finished. What an amazing book.
Not only amazing book, thank you so much. Lots of comes when you are going through the book, and like every day is like, I'm living in an illusion. Is it like, the way Guru Ma decode everything for us, especially with the dog, right? Some people, like, yes, they used to say, you are like a dog. They said the dog is barking, you are barking, but the dog is bringing the awareness. Dog is noticing something and making us aware. That's why the dog is barking, uh, you know and also giving us safety and protection on the same time, and lots of things. Guru Ma explains, I love the way she explains the things. It's also very funny. But especially like in today's chapter where she mentioned about the rice, about the relationship between the Krishna and Sudama. See, there are different yugas. If all the yugas were the same, there is no need for different yugas. Kali Yuga, Satyug, Dwapar Yuga. There is no need. The time change, people change, mindset change. That's why the things in every era is different.
mm,
And every era teaches us something very unique. Like when we think about Lord Rama, we learn patience, we learn how to go with elder, whatever our elders are saying. I have to means go according to their will, right? Not going against them, following whatever it is coming from them. um and with Lord Krishna's time, he was very genuine. We all know that in his childhood he was very naughty, doing so many funny things, hair hanging here and there. And later on, even with his love story also, he faced so many challenges. Later on, when the war started, he tried to bring the balance by resolving the situation. But even in that situation, whatever he was saying, no, everyone's thinking is he is just a normal human being. He can't offer anything to us. But when we go against, when we see beyond that, then you realize that um, like with the Sudama, Sudama stolen his food, and he suffered later on a lot. And when he came back to see Lord Krishna after few years, when he was not doing well in his life, still, Lord Krishna was holding the same love and affection for him, without judging him, without anything. And whatever he was offering, he was accepting it, because he can see through the things clearly. That doesn't matter. The situation is different that time, because if I put my feet in other people's shoes, I can understand from where they are coming, right? One situation is this, like we can connect with others, and the another situation is I'm just making that comparison, like with Duryodhana. He have everything. He is so greedy, so means in his own mind, that he was not even will to give 5 villages to Pandavas. You have everything, but still you don't have that courage to give it is what is belongs to them.
mm,
Even they not 5 villages, it means half, at least half of the things needs to be given to them, but still they ask for the 5 villages.
mm,
So every that's a factor. Guruma give it me make it clear that you can't be Lord Krishna, you can't be Sudama. Their mindset was different, and in the same situation, Duryodhan mindset is different. Lord Krishna, Pandava's mindset is different, and one era is of Ramji, where he was going with the flow. One era was of Lord Krishna, where he said, like, stand for yourself. You need to face the things. You don't have to be very nice and kind to unkind people, right? You don't need to be loyal to the people who are not loyal to you. So there is so much in the depth, those so many things. And in today's era, Guruma is saying exactly the thing that you can't think that you are Sudama and she is Lord Krishna, because do you have that type of faith in yourself, like Sudama? You are that kind of devotee who is ready to let go of the things, not feeling bad about himself, but still going there to see the friends for help, because the wife told him that your friend is a king. Go and ask him, go and get some help from him. Today we are so egoistic, we are so much into our own things, that even if I have to give a single penny, like I will behave similar like Duryodhana.
mm,
I will think about that single penny multiple time. Or sometime what happen is, people give do means favors to others, but wherever they go, they tell everyone, even though that in that situation you are ruining everything.
mm,
And we are not following the teachings of the gurus,
mm,
right? We are just going to get some energy from my guru for a while, just going into their ashrams and taking my pictures and uploading it. Mentally I'm somewhere else, physically I'm there. And that's a fact that Guru Ma mentioned, that maybe the devotee who is not able to attend is more connected with her rather than the people who are attending. In the past I was kind of in the similar situation where I was very sick, and I was like desperate to go to attend a satsang. But due to my condition I was unable to walk. And that time means entire day I was just sitting and doing chanting and just saying that, divine, please, my heart is pure and everything. I miss you. Me, please make the circumstances like that I will come and to see you. And uh, some of the people who were there, who got the opportunity to go and attend, they were like so much busy in other stuff that they didn't get the chance to attend the program the way they need to attend. Like sometime, you
mm,
go in very, like something happened to their kids and like this and that. And then they were like, what, even we were there, but we were, because of the kids, we were not able to. And I was literally like, in my head, some of the people, they were saying like, we were sitting there and we were feeling like you are sitting next to us, we are feeling your presence. And means in the same time, two different peoples have two different kind of thinking for a same person, right? And sometime that's how Guru said that, just surrender yourself to me, and whatever you will say I will go with it. Once I remember, one of my guru visited to London, and I have no idea, I write down a poetry, and I was taking that time classes of young kids and teaching them spirituality, right? So I prepared a song, welcome song for him. And in the end of the song, I don't know why I was so desperate to call him to our area. And I requested him, and literally within a few seconds, he looked at me with a smile on his face and he said yes. And everyone there is like, you know what? Because of you, we all got the opportunity to see him in our areas, because sometime, yes, you can't go, means there are other responsibilities also.
mm,
So why I'm sharing it, like, yeah, God or your guru, they know everything about you, they can see through your soul and they can make those things clear for you, that don't think you are in like a Sudama, or you are like Shabri. Like, I know your soul, what you actually want. It is not just your voice, it is the voice of the people you're raising. And the same way, means why I'm saying these words, as Guru Ma mentioned, when you connect with the guru, you follow guru's teaching, right? Then you won't just say that, how can I explain, like, I won't become greedy or something. I'm like whatever I have, I can, just follow my guru and just give. I don't have to bother about anything.
mm,
money, clothes, shelter, everything my guru already arranged for me. My God already arranged it for me. So, and those are the time when I have the money in my travel card. And
mm,
everyone was shocked, like, how come you have money in your travel card? And I was saying, because of the grace of my guru.
mm,
So it's your trust, basically, in yourself and in others. Especially all the gurus, they can see through your soul everything. And also they can they can help you to get salvation.
mm,
They allow you to level up. So many guidance comes, and deep gratitude to Guru Ma for such a
mm,
wonderful book, eye opener book, where we
mm,
understand the value of not only of guru, where we understand how we have to take the things in our daily routine, and how we have to more focus on, like Guru Ma mentioned about the meditation part. If you're physically there but mentally and emotionally you're not present there, it doesn't make sense.
connection's not there, innit?
Nah,
Also,
not
the way she said that if you want liberation, even God can't give you liberation. To get liberation, you need a guru to show you the path, to show you the way. So we're so blessed to have such gurus walking amongst us and helping us to connect. Isn't that amazing? And going back to the Sudama story, did you know apparently Sudama did a favor to Krishna Bhagwan by eating those chana on that tree? Do you know the story behind it?
yeah.
Because apparently there was a curse. Whoever ate those jonas would become deprived and poor and a lot worse off, and everything would be taken away from them. And Sudama knew this curse, so he didn't want Krishna to suffer, and that's why he ate all the jana, to take away all that burden on him. So no matter Krishna was in tears when he saw him, because he knew the truth behind Sudama and why he did what he did. So can you imagine a friend of Krishna Bhagwan? Would he be so selfish? No. There was ulterior motives behind him taking them, Jonah, for which he suffered. So basically, he gave up all the suffering, gave into the suffering, so he could let Krishna be who he is. So
That's why I mentioned, about the penny, that we are so greedy that even we don't want to give someone a penny in this time. We
detachment,
just,
thinking we're going to take it with us. This body's not
Mhm.
going to take anything with it. And the soul is not going to take anything. Forget paper, money, and coins. We're not going to take this gross body. Nothing's going to come with us.
We won't live in the moment. Like, we won't celebrate what we already have. We are running behind the things. I don't have this and that. And when you're running behind the things all the time in your head, you have like, I'm lacking in this and that. Then you feel more bad about yourself. But the moment you think, I'm better than others, my dad used to say, whenever you think that, you have something, look towards the people who don't have those things. And then he said, kill your ego. That, um, we were so fortunate during our childhood that we got a £5, ₹5 every week, as a means pocket money from my dad every month, right? Every week. And he was saying, don't think if you have these ₹5, you're very rich, or you are going to dominate other people. He said, try to feed as much as people you can with this money, so that you can feel that how you are bringing smile to other people's face. And that time the samosa will come in just for 10p, 10 paisa, right? And we were feeling so fortunate that
My
but
mass,
now I understand, how means basically he want to teach us to share the things with others and see that how that other person feel when you feed them, right? And because we were kids that time, means like, we were not feeling that way. But now when I sit down with myself, I think into the depth, like, why my dad was like, what we were doing, he was using reverse psychology. He was never saying like, if he and mom have to go out. He used to say, we are going out. You guys have to fight. You have to shout. At least people know your parents are not at home. Neighbors should know we are not at home. And we were like, when they left, we were like, oh no, if we shout, the neighbors will know that we are shouting. If we fight, means, reverse psychology. And
Big bit.
now I understand so many things, like how reverse psychology improve your own mindset, allow you to think other way around.
Mm,
Otherwise, we will do what he mentioned. If he won't mention it, we will 101% we will do it. The moment they left, we will start fighting,
mm.
creating some noise. With the moment he reversed the psychology, our mindset also changed. Like, nah, that
Yeah.
is not a good thing.
My mum used to say the same thing. My bash used to say in Gujarati, ke upar ni joanu, niche joanu,
Mm. Mm.
meaning look at those who are less well off than you and have the gratitude to realize how happy and how better off you are. So don't look at people who are better off than you. Look at the people who are worse off than you to see how lucky you are to have what you have. And at the time, I never really understood the meeting, but now it seems to click into place that what she was saying is gratitude. And also our vibrations, if we're feeling happy and joyful, that's what you attract. Whereas if you're feeling jealous or, I don't know, all the bad qualities, then that's the sort of things you'll attract more of because that's where your thoughts are. Thoughts are things, aren't they? They say. So that's why we have to be careful of the thoughts that we feed our mind.
Even our father, he taught us, because he was the son of farmer, so he showed us how to grow, vegetables and everything at home. He said, you don't know in your life when you need to know all these things. So he said, at least if you know it, somehow, somewhere in your life, it might help you. And that's why I think sometimes I feel like I really love gardening. I really love plants, and I show gratitude to him that in such a young age, when we were 8 and 9 years old, he gave us 100% freedom. He said, "Go out. You don't need to stay inside." He said, "If you are staying inside right now, your entire life you won't be confident. If you are not facing the world right now when you are growing,
Mm,
like, it is also saying that up to the age of 7 and 8 you can teach a child, but later on, then the reflection start." He said, now you go do your things. We used to go out to buy the grocery. We used to do, means like, learning new things, new skills, riding bikes, all those things on our own. He said, go. And he was like, he never come back behind us to check what we are doing. I learned bicycle with my elder brother. My dad never came to check how I'm doing cycling now. He said, learn on your own. Don't think that we are available for you all the time. And it's a great teaching also, so that you are not feeling like you're too much depend on them.
mm,
It is not like they are not caring. Actually, they are caring, but they, on the same time, they are making us confident about the things that I'm doing the right thing.
mm,
I don't need them around me.
mm,
Means he want me to have that confidence. Even when my after my marriage, I've been through the all those things. Um, After 7.5 years, I mentioned my dad about this, the things I'm going through. My dad was like, I'm still alive. Who told you to suffer for so many years? Why you didn't open your mouth the moment you felt like you are not safe here? Why you are like holding yourself back?
mm,
He said, I never taught you these things. Yeah.
mm,
You
mm,
are not behaving like my daughter. My
mm,
daughter, she is not like this. And then I literally realized that, seriously,
mm,
since from our childhood, I'm doing my things on my own.
mm.
And what happened? Like, suddenly my mindset and everything changed.
Circumstances. Mm,
Yeah, like I lost my wings.
mm, mm.
So
Another
many things, Guru and your parents
thing,
are also our first Guru. We learn
mm,
so many things from them, but depend on us how I take those things. Am I taking it as a personal attack, or am I taking it like, yeah, there is a lesson.
mm. It's like the water off a swan's back. My mum always used to say, "Ke ikane sambaranu, bijakane tikajinakwanu." So take it in one ear and let it go out the other ear. So don't hold on to things what people have said and done grudges. And she's taught me that at a young age, but I never really grasped it. You know, sometimes you go over and over things that are still affecting you. When you're not doing yourself a favor, you need to learn to let go. And like the saying, the water off a swan's back, you know, just let it go, be in the present moment. Um, Sometimes it's easier said than done. We know all this, it's just trying to put it into practice. But the more we read, the more we spend time, quality time discussing things like this, I think the better it is for us. Because, like you said before, subconsciously, it is sinking in. You know, we might not realize that we've completed this book, but I'm sure we'll see some changes in our thought patterns,
Not
behavior.
so many changes because one is like you are spending your evening thinking about the things even doesn't matter, right? One is your mind is like, Guru Ma said these things, like you are analyzing and comparing, and then you are like, yes, means there is a saying, whatever happened with the past, sometimes people said, if you're repeating it means you are holding, sometimes you're releasing it, then one movement will come, you are even not talking about it, and your story might be a life changing for other person, you never know until and unless you will share it. That's why, in the ancient time, the people they suffered because they never got the chance to speak up or to stand up for themselves. They were holding so much, but today we all have these platforms. We have so much knowledge through YouTube and other things where we see that it actually happened. Enough means enough. It's not like you are going with the flow. As Guruma mentioned, that you're not responsible for other people's actions and reactions.
Mm,
No, you are not. If
mm,
I cook a food, so if it is means the salt is too much, then I'm responsible for it. I can't blame someone else. Like,
mm.
you are eating. Why you didn't? You means like, whereas
Distraction.
the
You distracted me.
whereas I was the one who created it, and in the end, I'm blaming someone else
Mm,
who have nothing to do with it.
mm, mm.
So many things, so many facts come out, and then you're like, okay. Mhm.
Amazing. Have we got time for meditation? Do you think quick 5-10 minute meditation to round up
Yeah,
today?
yeah, please, please. And I already stopped recording because I completely forget about the meditation because we start discussion.
I'll keep my
Yes, please.
recording going then, if that's okay. So we'll have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
quick
yeah, that's fine.
meditation to round up today's session. But thank you for your sharing there, Monica. Do you really appreciate it? Did is it Asham? Did you
Asha,
want to,
Asha.
Asha, do you want to say anything? Are you able to unmute if you want to?
Maybe she is at work. She's from South Africa.
Ah,
The
okay, no
time zone is
worries.
different.
Okay. Hi. Oh, she's saying something in the chat. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So I take that as a no, then that's fine. So kindly sit in a meditative position. Remove any glasses if you're wearing them. Cross your feet. Sit upright with your back straight. Clasp your fingers into fingers. And gently take 3 deep breaths. And as we take these 3 deep breaths, we'll take the breath through our nose, out through the mouth, but we'll hold the breath and feel our stomachs expand so we can take more air, more oxygen in. So take a nice deep breath in. Feel your stomach expand and hold. Gently release through your mouth. And again, take a nice deep breath in and feel your stomach expand like a balloon. hold, and gently release through your mouth. And again, a nice deep breath in. Hold, and gently release through your mouth. And as you release the breath, feel your body relaxing and feeling totally at rest, at peace. And let's take our attention to our beautiful feet. Soles of our feet, the top of our feet, totally at ease and relaxed. Now take our attention to our shins, calf muscles, knees, thighs, hip area, our kidneys, stomach, all our internal organs, pancreas, lungs, heart. Everything's working so beautifully in rhythm, as if by magic. And take your attention to your shoulders. And if you feel a bit of tension, just shake it off and release your shoulders and let them loose. And feel any stress or anxiety just come out of them. Focus on your top of your arms, elbows, lower arms, hands. Totally at ease. Your top of your shoulders, neck, front and back. Totally relaxed. Now onto our beautiful heads. Back of the head, top of the head, our ears, forehead, eyebrows, eyes, nose, cheeks, chin, mouth, tongue. Totally super chilled and relaxed. And as we focus on each incoming breath and every outgoing breath, feel as though with each breath we're taking in lots and lots of positive energy, prana, that's giving us energy and vitality to each and every single cell, nerve, muscle, organ, tissue. Every single part of our body is being re-energized, recharged. How amazing is this beautiful body of ours? And with each outgoing breath, our body is detoxifying, getting rid of all impurities, anything that doesn't serve us anymore. And this is a constant rhythm all day, 24/7, 365 days of the year. And we do this unconsciously, without realizing. But ideally, every time we take a breath, we should be breathing from the stomach. We should be remembering to take the breath deep into our stomach area and out. Because this way we're giving the full potential to our lungs to get maximum use of the oxygen. So deep breathing is far better than shallow breathing, as we all know. And now that we feel totally charged, energized, and peaceful, take our attention to the area in the middle of our eyes, where we reside in the form of a light. Bright, shining, beautiful light. Now, as you see yourself as this shimmering, shimmering, beautiful, white, sparkling light, take yourself out of this beautiful body. And as you come out and leave the body, look down and show deep, deep gratitude for being blessed with such an amazing body that is really, really amazing in every shape and form. We are so, so blessed to have this human body. And with that thought, take yourself out of your rooftop into the beautiful fresh air. Feel the freshness of the night air, the wind hustling around you, cleansing you and purifying you, as if the wind is dancing with you. Feel one with all the elements. Enjoy the blissful experience. And now see yourself not only as a beautiful bright light, but see yourself as a shining, shining, beautiful, beautiful star, full of light, energy, love. You are one with the Supreme Being in this form. So take yourself as this shining star. See yourself moving in and out of the clouds, through the beautiful sky. And as you're going, you can hear the chirping of the beautiful birds, singing and serenading you, giving you a warm welcome. Even animals and creatures can show their love and warmth and appreciation through their singing. And as you see yourself flying higher as a beautiful star, you gently come up to the top layer of this beautiful Mother Earth, the world, and see yourself coming out of this beautiful earth. And everything is crystal clear, looks absolutely pristine, amazing, so, so beautiful how everything's put together like an amazing jigsaw. And now you're in space. You're one with all the planets and stars that are shining and twinkling at you, as if to give you a big hug and welcome you to this part of the cosmos. And as you see yourself as a beautiful, beautiful star, you merge yourself into the beautiful colours of all the different galaxies and Milky Ways, and everything is so, so peaceful and calm and radiant. So even though no one's speaking, it's as if there's still communication happening. And it's as if they're pouring their love on you and giving you a hug as a beautiful star. And feel that God is love, so am I. God is light, so am I. God is joy, bliss, and happiness, and so am I. God is omnipresent, and so am I. God is all-knowing intelligence, and so am I. Because we too are created in the direct image of the Supreme Conscious Being. We are too part of the Supreme Divine Being. And as you feel one with the Supreme Being amongst these beautiful stars, feel as though you've got arms just coming out of you. Even though you're a star, you're giving a big hug to this amazing, amazing cosmos. As if you're in a circle with all the planets and all the stars. You feel unified and one. Such different lights, radiance around you. So even though there's so much difference, there's still a spark of unity within you and all the other planets and stars. The same divine presence of love resides in you. How lucky and blessed we are to feel this amazing experience. Now we are actually on top of the world. We are at the most top part of the whole cosmos. How amazing does it feel to feel so light, radiant, happy, joyful, peaceful. And with this feeling, take a gentle bow as if to say thank you to this amazing, amazing cosmos. The beautiful radiant planets, stars, Milky Ways, beautiful space that's so calm and relaxed. And say thank you for being here for me and always reminding me how beautiful you are and so am I. Now gently see yourself as a star coming down in this shape of a beautiful star. And as you're gliding down out of space, you see the beautiful, beautiful Earth, Mother Earth. And you come back into this beautiful, beautiful Mother Earth through the different layers of the sky, the clouds, the sun, the moon. Deep, deep gratitude to the beautiful 5 elements that are protecting us and nourishing us on a daily basis. And let's show deep, deep gratitude to our parents who have nurtured us and helped us to be who we are today and given us the knowledge and teachings to make us strong and feel the love and warmth that they gave us. Deep, deep gratitude to our parents, grandparents, ancestors for all their sacrifice and their love and joy towards us. Deep, deep gratitude to all our teachers, all our gurus, for being there for us as our shield and helping us on our path of spiritual enlightenment and unfoldment to reach our soul purpose. Deep, deep gratitude to whoever you have firm, strong faith in, whether it be Shiva, Krishna, Ma, Ram, Hanuman, whoever you have devotion to. Deep, deep gratitude to them for constantly being there for you and showering their divine blessings on you. We are so blessed and lucky to have this connection. Deep, deep gratitude to the amazing mineral kingdom, to Mother Earth, to Mother Nature for providing us with everything we need. Deep, deep gratitude to all the 4 seasons, all the 5 elements. Deep, deep gratitude for our jobs, our occupation, for all the abundance in our lives, to our colleagues, managers, neighbours, to every single person and all of mankind for the effect and love that they've shared on you, imparted on you. Deep, deep gratitude for every single thing that we have in life, from everything that we use, all our clothes, shoes, every single grain of food, every single drop of water that nourishes us and helps us. We are so, so blessed to have so, so much in our lives. Deep, deep gratitude to our partners, our spouses, our children, siblings, family and friends, for giving us their love and strength and courage. Deep, deep gratitude to every single teacher and guru and all the divine scriptures for helping us progress on the spiritual path to enlightenment. Deep, deep gratitude for absolutely everything and everyone that we have in our lives. And as you feel this gratitude, feel yourself as this beautiful star that's had a wonderful experience today. And gently see yourself come back to your neighborhood, to your house, through the roof, and down back into your beautiful, beautiful body. Now gently rub your hands, place them over your beautiful eyes. We keep your eyes closed while we count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently open your eyes within, but keep your hands closed. And feel the cosmic dust and cosmic beautiful air that we've just received, sipping into our eyes, into our beautiful bodies. Take this beautiful divine aura all over your face, head, ears, neck, shoulders, arms, hands, chest, stomach, thighs, knees, calves. Give yourself a big, big hug for such an amazing experience. And deep, deep gratitude to you all for sharing your divine energies with us throughout every single session in completing this beautiful, beautiful book. So deep, deep gratitude to Mahatma Babaji, Lord Buddha, Guru Ma, and all our divine masters for showing us the true light to enlightenment and to be compassionate with us, ourselves, and with everyone around us too. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Babaji.